Well, hello and greetings and welcome, fellow interplanetary airmen. Welcome to another Trippy Food live stream and our Thank You Santa live stream. That's why Doodle and I are dressed in green because, you know, Christmas is over. Christmas is over, but we got some lovely gifts for Christmas and for the holiday season. And we're going to share some of those with you today. Some of them were not because, you know, they're socks or something like that. So obviously not going to sound that. So it sounds like we got a lot of people. He's like, just shut up and pet me. It's like we got a lot of people in the room already. Now, Europrop left a comment earlier, but I was probably hours earlier. So I don't know if he's here. It would be he or they, if they are here. That would be nice if they are here. So who else do we have? We have Julie, we have Miguel Rangel, we have Ice Hand, we have Jeff. Jeff is back. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome, everybody. So, you know, we'll wait a few minutes before we get some more people in the room. And we'll take down our stocking back there, and then we'll just pack everything away in boxes, and we'll be done. But, yes, Doodle, I know. Nobody pays any attention to poor Doodle. Janice is in the room. Welcome, Janice. Doodle, what? Dude, you got to calm down. Gotta calm down. I know you're all excited. You're all excited. Oh, because it means snack time. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. So we got a new snack for Doodle, and then this one is like chicken wrapped around rawhide. So it's good for his teeth and to chew, but he kind of like eats the chicken off the top and then leaves the rawhide. So, and he's gone. All right. Well, that worked, I guess. But he'll be back. Doodle's butt, everybody. Doodle's butt. The Prince of Dogness. Did I forget anybody? Adam Heb. I forgot Adam Heb. So they are just pouring into the room. So now I would be remiss if I didn't say that the cool thing about this Thank You Santa live stream is obviously we're going to be eating and drinking things that were Christmas gifts or holiday gifts. And I would be remiss if I did not mention the fact that we are coming to you live, courtesy of a Christmas gift, which is we have a new webcam that was a gift from Julie. So let me ask you guys right off the bat: how's the video? How's the audio? How is everything? Let me know. Hopefully, we'll have less problems. We won't have that little thing going on in the bottom, and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. I reset the internet before we started, so we shouldn't have a problem there. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the video? What do you guys think of the audio? How is it? Looking and sounding good. All right, excellent. We did test. Julie and I tested it earlier in the week, just want to make sure that it worked and everything. But so thank you so much, Julie, Chris, and the girls gave me this fine new webcam that we're coming to you live with, and I think it's going to work out really well. Looks really, to me, I can't tell, but I'm looking at me, and it looks better. Not that I look better. The video, it looks better. Actually, crisper. It looks crisper and cleaner. And I can't tell how the audio is, but you guys can. And so if it sounds better and it looks better, thank Julie, like I did. So there you go. Would be remiss if I didn't mention it. Also, I'm having my morning coffee at 1 p.m. having my morning coffee. But, when you're busy and you're doing other stuff, sometimes you don't get to it on time. So I am having my morning coffee, and my morning coffee is New England coffee. And this also was a gift from Julie. Now, some of you might not get New England coffee where you are. It's made in Malden, Massachusetts. And if you've ever been in Malden, Massachusetts, like downtown Malden, Massachusetts, you can smell the coffee. They're two streets away from downtown Malden, Massachusetts. If you're in downtown Malden, Massachusetts, you can smell the coffee from New England coffee. And it's excellent, excellent coffee. So from Massachusetts, the New England coffee is really good. And also Mary Lou's coffee is really good. And so I got this lovely breakfast blend, nothing fancy, no macadamia peppermint swirl coffee, just your standard breakfast blend, which is a very, very good coffee. And that's what we are drinking this morning, well, this afternoon for our morning coffee. So thank you, Jules, again. You can order it online and should if you like coffee. Yeah, I agree. It's excellent coffee. It really is. And Julie put the link. All right. So that's the link. Julie posted the link, and that is the link for New England coffee. So give it a try. And I would just they do a lot of different flavored ones and everything, but start with the basics. Start with like the breakfast blend or the, Jules, what are some of the other just the standard coffee flavors that they have? Just like you would find a regular. What is going on here? This is like stuck to my shirt. Oh, Sonic Jet is here. Oh, welcome. Yes, this is live, Sonic, and you are live as well. I got this. My thing is caught in my sleeve. There we go. Doodle, I can hear Doodle chomping away on that snack I gave him, which again, it's a piece of chicken wrapped around a rawhide. And so the idea is hopefully he goes through the piece of chicken and he continues to chew on the rawhide, which is good for his teeth. If I go by what happened the other day, he chewed the chicken off of it and then just left the rawhide. So we'll see. Favorite flavors are eggnog during the holiday. Yeah, but Jules, what are the standard ones? So Meg Griffin is here. Okay, cool. Meg, correct me if I'm wrong. Meg, you are from the UK? Is that correct? Meg, Ryan, and Nashies is here too. Nashies, I have a question for you. So hang on there, but welcome again, Nashies. Speaking of Nashies, in our featured channels, and I usually do this, I usually kind of go over this at the end when I'm signing everybody off. In our featured channels, it's a huge list, but you can only display I think it was 10 or something, right? But they're all in there. So if you go to the list, you can see all of them, but it only displays a few. And so what I've done is there are a few of them that were close to the front, and they're people that really haven't posted anything in years, some of them. And so I kind of moved them down to the bottom, and then some of the newer ones I kind of moved up to the top. So at the end of it, when I always say to check out the featured channels that we have there, the newer ones are kind of in the front. And so Nashies, you are one of them. So definitely check out Nashi's channel if you have not. She does cooking, and she's really good, and it's a really good presentation, and she's really good on camera. The only thing is we can't see her. We see her hands. They don't see her so much, but it's still a good channel, and appreciate it. So welcome, Nashies. Now the question I had for you, Nashies, is I believe it's on Blue Sky. You posted a picture from San Francisco, and it was a picture of one of those yellow signs that the signs that tell you what the road conditions are and stuff, and it said hill, and then underneath it somebody had written in a marker or something, no, whatever comes before Sherlock, and it was funny because it's a hill and you're looking at the hill, does somebody really need that sign to know you're looking at a hill? But you did mention that you used to go to San Francisco a lot, or you've been to San Francisco previously. And my question to you is, when was the last time you were in San Francisco? So I would say that to anyone, because this will start a conversation. When was the last time any of you were in San Francisco? It's a question. Stoner Kitchen is here. John King is here. It's like we had a full house today. Which is good because and it's somewhat early. Meg, did you answer whether or not you are in the UK? Where are you from, Meg? Meg Griffin? Where are you from? If you're going to San Francisco. Yep. Would have been early 2000s. Okay. So when I lived in Portland, Oregon, and we still had family and friends and stuff down here in LA, we would go back and forth a lot. And usually it depended on which way we went, but San Francisco was usually our stopping point. So from Portland to San Francisco, about 10 hours, and then another 5 to LA. Depending on traffic, of course, and then depending on which way we went. If we just went down I-5 the whole way, or the 5, as they say here, then usually our stop-off point would be Redding, California, which is about 7 hours. And then another 7 hours to Los Angeles. So we used to go a lot. And then the last time I was there was, I want to say it was 2 years ago. It was with Matt Zion from Reckless Eating and Chris Reckless, both of them. And we were doing a We Go Maine show in San Francisco and the San Francisco area. We stopped at a bunch of different places in the San Francisco area. So we did that. And the thing was, this was right. I don't know if it was. It was shortly after a lot of the COVID stuff subsided, and like I used to go to China. We used to go to Chinatown a lot. Chinatown was an awesome place to go, but a lot of when I went back to Chinatown, a lot of the places were boarded up. There were obviously more homeless people on the street, probably because of the fact that a lot of businesses closed and everything, and so it was kind of sad to see it in that state. So again, we're talking about 2 years ago. Now, hopefully, the city rebounds from that. Like Portland, Oregon, even Portland, Oregon, you had the protests that were going on up there, and you also had COVID shut down a bunch of places there. And so that was, last time I was there, which I think was last year. There were a lot of places that were still boarded up, fences around them and stuff like that. So hopefully these places are coming back, but these are like some of my favorite places to go. And the last few times I've gone, it's been a little bit sad to see a lot of those places close, but hopefully they're on the way back. So that's why I decided to ask. Oh, there is Europrop. That a trio of trouble. Dave Aitken is here. Who else? Who did I miss? Say around 2013 for my daughter's graduation. Yeah, so we'll there a little bit after that. Okay, so Europrop, I'm glad you're here. Just a quick show of hands, or just like me, say me, a quick show of hands. How many people are from I call it EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So EMEA, that section of the world. How many people here are from EMEA, or EMEA, as some people like to call it? I believe you. I know you are Prop. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I think it was maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, one of our subscribers in the UK, I believe it was, said, "Hey, why don't you move things up earlier so that more people can?" I think it was Darren. I think it was Darren who said that. Who's not American. Said, why don't you guys move the live stream up earlier so that, we can participate in EMEA or the UK or Europe or whatever it happens to be, the EU even. And so we did that, and we moved it up to 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. But for some reason, we seemed to have less engagement when we moved it up to 1:30 a.m. So we did the next two, I think, at that same time. We did it at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. And we just noticed that we weren't getting any kind of engagement from anybody in the EU or anybody in Europe or that part of the world. We just weren't getting any engagement. So that's why today we moved it back to 1 p.m. Pacific. So my question to you, to all of you, is especially you, Europrop, is what's a good time for you? Because like I said, somebody had suggested we move it to 11:30, and we did, but we just got no engagement. So I can move it up. I just need to make sure that you guys are going to be engaged, and you guys are going to be here and participate and everything. I want you to be able to enjoy the live stream, and I want you to be able to interact with people and join us. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing it at a time that's good for everybody. I don't think it's a problem for anybody in the U.S. because if we were to do 11:30 Pacific time, that's going to be what, 2:30. Right? Is my math right? 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that pretty much covers everybody, and that's pretty reasonable. Better Sunday meal, menudo or campechana? Okay, that's the easy question, Stoner. Menudo for breakfast, campechana for lunch or dinner. So there we go. Both. You got to have the menudo for breakfast, first thing in the morning, to cure that hangover, allegedly. Jeff, did I recognize that you came into the room? I don't know if I did. So I just want to make sure that I got everybody. We got Jeff, we got Europrop, we got Dave Aitken, we got Stoner Kitchen, we have John King, we have Janice Yamanaka, we have Julie, we have, who do we have? We have Nashies, we have Ice Hand, we have Meg Griffin, we have Miguel Rangel, we have, I think I said Ice Hand. We had Adam Hebb. I don't remember if I mentioned Adam Hebb, but if I didn't, welcome Adam Hebb. So we have a full house here. We have a lot of people. It's kind of cool. I'm just happy when I can catch a live stream Just do it on your time. Well, I'm happy when you can catch a live stream too, Europrop. So thank you so much. And we'll keep it at 1 o'clock unless there's more people start saying, hey, really, I want to join you, but your hours are off or whatever. You did at the start. 16 people in here. That matches what I always go to point in the wrong place. So I know that if I want over to me what's there, I'm pointing in the opposite direction now. So if I want to point at something, I got to do that. All right. So once again, we are doing all right. I have enough people here and sort of like enough into the live stream. So I want to kind of make an announcement, and it is for nobody in the chat. It's for nobody here. It is for the people who keep sending me notifications on Facebook and, other social media and my email, who say, hey, you have a great channel and I think you should have much more subscribers, but your SEO isn't very good. And I think I can help you to, and they call themselves freelancers, and they're offering to revamp my channel for a nominal fee. And it's like, we're not doing that. We have just short of 6,000, just short of 6,000 subscribers. It's not like, hey, we need to make more money or anything else, or like I just want to totally change what we're doing or totally revamp everything to get more people to see us or something. So if you are one of those people who leave first what they do is they like a video or something, and then they say, hey, great video, really, really great video. And then they come out with hey, we would like to help you for a nominal fee. So my thing is, kindly, we are not contracting. We're not contracting for consulting, for people doing consulting things and everything. We're a very, very small channel. We don't make that much money. We're just not, we're not doing that right now. So please, I'm asking you nicely, stop bombarding me with these requests to revamp my channel so that I get views. So thank you so much. They probably are bot stoner, but either way, they're kind of, like, I try to be nice, and I go like, hey, I pretty much use the same, which is like, we're not currently contracting consulting at this time. And then I just kind of leave it at that. But I get 2 or 3 of those a week. And so if you're watching this right now and you're one of those people, or you're a bot or you're AI or something, please give it a rest. Not now. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, there we go. Was there something else I was going to talk about? If there was, it's probably not important. So we're at 118. We should go. So again, for those of you who came in a little bit later, we are doing a thank you Santa, or goodbye Christmas, however you want to call it. And the main idea here is that we are enjoying snacks and beverages. At least I think we're going to enjoy them. Snacks and beverages that were given to us as holiday gifts. So that's kind of what we're doing today. Now, you'll notice this bag here that says Wetzel's. Wetzel's is a pretzel place. They have them at the mall all the time. Their pretzels are kind of expensive, but at least they're making them, when you order them. So they're starting with the dough, and they make them. We're talking about the big soft pretzels, not the are you eating rocks pretzels. We're talking about the big pretzels. So they're a little bit on the expensive side. A, because probably they're in malls, and B, because they're bigger and they're freshly made. So the reason there is a Wetzel's bag here is because there is a pretzel, a freshly made pretzel, and we're talking about the big guys, right? The big pretzels. And I don't have this here because we're going to feature Wetzel's in any way. I have this here because some of the gifts that we have, one of them is I want to say a jelly. I'm going to have to go back and take a look. And the other one is mustards. And I thought, what would mustards go good on? Well, a hot dog. But some of these are like fruity mustards. And I thought a pretzel. So that's why I got the pretzel. That's what we're going to do with that. All right. I got some new cookware for Christmas, including cat knives. Are they knives shaped like cats? Specifically, what is cat knives? Like they look like cat's claws. Shaped like cat's gnashly or that sounds like Julie's asking the same question. All right, so we're going to get started, and we're going to, as always, we're going to start with our adult beverage. Let's go into our Walmart bag, our Walmart freezer bag that keeps things cold, and see what we have. I almost forgot that these are all going to be like a mystery to you because I didn't actually list what we're going to go over today. So a lot of these things are going to be kind of a mystery to you. They have a cat engraved on them. I'll have to check that out. Cat knives. Oh, welcome back, Sonic. Knives for cats. Yeah, all kinds of possibilities. All right, so we're going to start with, this is our adult beverage. This is from Alesmith Brewing Company, and this is Alesmith Brewing Company Speedway Grand Prix Chocolate Raspberry Imperial Stout. I know, that's a mouthful, but Alesmith Brewing Company Speedway Grand Prix Chocolate Raspberry Imperial Stout. Now, here's the kicker. This can of alcoholic beverage beer, whatever you want to call it, is 12% ABV. So we are going to sip this slowly. So because it is called Speedway Grand Prix, actually there's a number there. It's the Latin numerals MMXXIV, which is, let's see, M is 1,000. So MM is 2,000. X is 10. So two X's would be 20. So that'd be 2020, and IV is 4. 2024. All right, Speedway Grand Prix 2024 in Roman numerals. There we go. And this is chocolate raspberry edition imperial stout with cacao nibs, raspberries, and coffee. Right up my alley. But again, a whopping 12% ABV. I'm not holding your hair back. Well, there's not much to hold back, really. It doesn't flop in the toilet, so you don't have to worry about that too much. I thought that was a yellow bag of Tidy Cat litter. Yeah, that's the Wetzel's bag, so that's their logo. All right, here we go. I hate pouring out of a can, so Jules, go easy on me, all right? Oh, that is dark. That is really dark. It looks like when you change the oil in your car, like when the oil is dirty in your car, that's what it looks like. Oh my God, that's thick and black. Oh God, that's like night is what that is right there. All right, trivia question. Again, because this is Grand Prix, Speedway Grand Prix, Chocolate Raspberry Imperial Stout, 12% ABV. Our trivia question is, where did the first Grand Prix motoring contest take place? Again, where did the first Grand Prix motoring contest take place? All right, here we go. 9 out of 10. Yeah, thank you, Jules. That's a meal. I think so. I think so. Edible cat litter. Bet you never ate that before. Bet it doesn't exist. I mean, if it's cat litter, well, no, hang on. I take that back. Because like packing foam, right? The foam peanuts, I don't know if they still do, but for a while they were making them out of corn, and you could actually eat them. So the foam packing peanuts, you can actually eat them because they were just made out of corn. Just imagine like a huge bag of packing materials that were essentially just like flavorless Cheetos, and that's kind of what they were. So it doesn't surprise me that you would have edible cat litter. So. Oh, that's good. It does have that alcohol burn to it, but it's kind of like hidden behind the fruitiness of the raspberry, which is like really prominent. You definitely taste the coffee, the cocoa a little bit. It's very desserty. This would be an awesome beer to do a beer float with, I think. I better be careful and keep taking sips of this thing. It's like I said, 12% ABV. That's going to be pretty dangerous. That, my friends, is a big thumbs up. That's delicious. It's actually really, really good. But again, I'm going to have to drink it slow because, All righty. So our trivia question was where was the first Grand Prix motoring contest take place? So let's see. Nashi says Italy. Julie says New Hampshire. Icehan says Indiana. That's a good guess. Europrop says Germany or UK. Jules says France and Germany. So apparently both, maybe. Let's see. Janice says Paris, France. Dave Aitken says Monaco. I think those were all the guesses. So the actual correct answer is the first Grand Prix motoring contest took place in 1894, which ran from Paris to Rouen, France. So anybody who said France, you're correct. If you said Paris, France, you're half correct, but mostly correct. So yeah, Paris started in Paris, France, ended in Rouen, France. And the first one was held in 1894. Monaco is a good guess because I think that's where it's held a lot currently is in Monaco, the Grand Prix. But I think now it's like all over the world. It takes place all over the world. I was tossing out everything, Sonic. Okay. Beer float with black raspberry ice cream. I don't know about the black raspberry ice cream because I don't know that you would want to go too much, too heavy on the raspberry. There's a lot of flavor going on in the beer itself. And so like what I would do is I would probably just use like a vanilla bean ice cream. So you're getting that vanilla, you're adding a vanilla flavor to it and actually the cream flavor, but not taking away from any of the other flavors already in there. So, like I wouldn't do chocolate, I wouldn't do coffee ice cream or something like that. I mean, you can if you want to accentuate those flavors, but I would do something that's a little bit neutral, but still has some flavor to it. It's like vanilla bean. Now, I know that some of you were probably asking, Val, what's the difference between vanilla and vanilla bean? Well, the difference between vanilla and vanilla bean is vanilla has vanilla extract in it. And vanilla bean, in addition to having vanilla extract in it, has the ground up, what do you call it? Like the casing, the thing that the vanilla bean's in, that kind of long, skinny thing. They take that and they grind that up. So those little black flecks are part of, I want to say shell or something like that, but whatever the pod or the thing that's in there. Let's see. Sonic is saying hello again. Oh, Chet. Chet's jug. Oh, okay. There we go. So Chet, I'm going to say that either I'm old and I have a poor memory, or you are new to the channel, or at least new to the chat. So either way, if I forgot, I apologize. But either way, where are you from? I don't need a street address or anything. Nearest metropolitan area would be fine. And what brings you to our channel? Some litter is wood pellets. Yule Gibbons ate a tree. Yeah, Yule Gibbons. A lot of people aren't going to remember Yule Gibbons because he was big in the 70s, but he was they called him a health food nut because that's back then. Was it kind of, hi Doodle? What did you finish your snack? Did you finish that? Did you eat it all? Because there was a rawhide thing inside there, and that's like almost impossible to eat all that. So I'm just asking, did you finish that? Because it sounds like I can't give you another. You know what I can do? I can give you one of these. These give you fresh breath. I'm not saying anything, dude. I'm just, Doodle, the Prince of Darkness, everybody. I would take a steak-flavored beer that it exists. Haven't heard of it, but it's an interesting concept. Like, how would you add that steak-flavored beer? You might have to do like a beef, almost like add a beef broth to it. Like boil a steak and then use that broth to make the beer. Oh, it's interesting. I have some good vanilla beans. Got to do a recipe with them. Yeah, so you have the whole beans. So here's a little trivia question, because we've asked this as a trivia question. What kind of plant do vanilla beans come from? That's a good question. Happy New Year to you as well, Sonic. To give attention to Doggo. You got to, yeah. He demands attention. Everyone peace out. Okay, so everybody's exchanging niceties. That's good. Maybe it'll be a good year. We'll have a good year. All right. So again, 1984, Paris to Rouen, France, the first Grand Prix motoring contest. I got to slow down on that. It's good. I just got to slow down. I don't have to drive, so that's okay. Rausch beer is smoked beer. Oh, Nashies. Are you in the right place? So I think I'm trying to remember who it was that suggested that. So as far as smoked beer goes, what is the, hang on a second. I will tell you in a second. We did, and now it's like one of my favorite beers. It is a smoked beer. It was a German smoked beer. And I want to say Schlerenka. Hang on. Have it here in a second. Okay, it is Echt Schlenkerla Rauchbier Marzen. Let me put that in the chat so you guys can see what I'm trying to say. That's it right there. And we did, because it was a viewer's choice. Let's see. Oh, it was Adam Hebb. Adam Hebb suggested this, and Adam and Eli Stoner Kitchen. And I think you're both here, if I'm not mistaken. So Adam Hebb suggested we make a Mountain Dew float, and then Eli Stoner Kitchen suggested that we do an Echt Schlenkerla Rauchbier Marzen float as well, and we did. So we did those. So let me get the URL for you. So Nashies, you might enjoy that. Yes, Nashies, orchid. You are correct. The vanilla beans come from orchid. I think it's one of the only ones where you can actually, the only orchid that has edible seeds. I think it is, but the rest of the you can eat almost any orchid flower are edible. That's why they use them as decorations on food. I had a smoked beer at a festival. It was terrible. Well, it depends on what the smoked beer was, Brandon Johnson. And by the way, welcome, Brandon Johnson. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? We still have people coming in. I don't drink anymore. Oh, that's too bad. I mean, it's not too bad. It's good for you. But if you were to, that's a smoked German beer that's just outstanding. And one of the ones that when we tried it, we just loved it. So we did do a float with it, a beer float with it, and we used coffee ice cream, if I'm not mistaken. And then for the Mountain Dew float, I think we used like a pineapple ice cream. So that was a fun video to do. All righty, so let's move on and let's go to our first snack. I'm just kind of winging this one. All right, this one was a gift from Julie, and you guys remember that I've done like on some of the Christmas live streams and some of the Christmas videos and everything, we've done torrone. When we were kids, we used to call this torrone candy. Now, I grew up in an Italian-American household, and so there was there were some Italian things that we enjoyed during the Christmas holidays. One was torrone, one was pizzelle and zipoli. Like zipoli, my mom called them fried dough, but it's zipoli. So there are those Italian American things that we did for Christmas. But one of those was torrone, which is the nougat. Now, Julie gave me this for Christmas. This is from a company called Barbiero, and I have not had this one before. Usually it comes in 3 flavors. I think there's an orange, a lemon, and a vanilla one. And that's the Ferrara one. So the Ferrara one is the one that I'm most familiar with. And you get the little boxes. Like my mom used to put the little boxes in our stocking and everything, and we'd have the little boxes of them every year. And that was kind of something that we look forward to. This particular one has 4 different flavors. So one is hazelnuts and vanilla. One is almonds and lemon. One is almonds and orange, and one is almonds and pistachios. So we have to eat 4 of these things. Well, we might wing it. We might just do a couple or something and do a couple later. So here we go with this. Now, torrone is something that is done in a few different European countries. One of those is Spain. They call it something different. What is the Spanish version of torrone called? Again, torrone is Italian, the Italian version. What is the Spanish version of torrone called? That is our trivia question. We like the smoky, warm campfire flavor, but not alcoholic beverage. I suggest the tea valve. Oh my God, that was so good. Yeah. Do you drink tea, Nashies? Do you enjoy tea, and do you enjoy smoke flavor? So Julie's suggestion there is Lapsang Souchong tea. We had that. Let me find the episode. I think it was. Let's see. All right, there we go. So this episode, we went to the Boston Tea Party Museum. And in the Tea Party Museum, we didn't spend a lot of time in the museum itself, but they have a tea room. And the tea room is above the museum. And they give you, for like $8, they give you a mug, a ceramic mug that you can take. And then they have, I think it's either 5 or 6 types of tea that they had on the ships during the Boston Tea Party, the tea that was thrown overboard. They have 5 or 6 of those, and you just reuse your cup, and you can just try all the different teas. And so one of the ones that it was actually the last one we tried was a smoked tea, the one that Julie put down there, and it was just absolutely amazing. So if you like things with that smoke flavor and everything, this tea is unbelievable. You just open the package of the tea bags, and you smell that smoke, and it's just like unbelievable. Big tea. Oh, so you've had the Lapsang Souchong. Okay, yeah. How could you not like it? Like, I don't know. I guess if you don't like the smoke stuff, you might not like it. But Doodle, you're insatiable, and you cannot have this because I don't know what's in here, but I'm sure it's not for dogs. There's sugar in here. That's not good for you. What else? It's not terrible. Egg, you can have egg. You love egg. Cornstarch. Not too much, but I don't want to give you a bunch of sweet stuff. You shouldn't have sugar. And I don't know how the nuts work. I know you can eat peanuts, and I know those are okay, but I think almonds in small amounts. But I don't know about this other stuff, Doodle. So I'm gonna hold off on giving you any of that. Right? I can't believe you finished your snack so quickly. All right. So we're going to try these. I'm not a huge smoke. Oh, Jules, I thought you were a smoke flavor lover. I thought you liked things that smelled or tasted like smoke. I know I do. Like barbecue, just being around where the barbecue is being made and the smell from the barbecue pit, kind of awesome. Yes, Portman tea. It is doodling. By the way, welcome, Portman tea. Smoke flavor can be overpowering in food and drink. It can be, yes. It's wonderful when it hits that perfect balance. The most unusual thing that I had, I had another channel called Kamikaze Kitchen that I did with my friend Eddie Lynn. And the concept of that, it was more, I don't want to say scripted, but it was more formulaic. So what we did was we would bring a mystery ingredient to a chef in LA, and he had to make something for us. And so most of those ingredients came from Exotic Meat Market. So they were like really unusual ingredients. And a lot of the episodes that we do, when we do stuff like raccoon and stuff like that, when we've done those, we've gotten those from Exotic Meat Market. It is exoticmeatmarket.net. So check that out. And anything that's on their website, you can order and get. But I don't know. There was a point to that, and now I've lost it. Speaking of sugar, for Christmas, I got my yearly box of maple sugar candy from. Oh, a little bit of that goes a long way for certain. Doodle, I can't give you this, and I gave you 2 snacks already, and we're still in the first hour, almost the first half hour, and I gave you 2 snacks already, so I can't do much better. All right, let's just pick 2 of these. Let's see. All right, that's fine. We'll do these 2, and then maybe we'll revisit that, certainly when we do goût mélange. All right, so we're going to try the almonds and lemon, and we're going to try the hazelnut and vanilla. Dude wants the dude tax. Yes, he does. You must pay the tax. Dude reminds me of Little Mo and so insistent. He is very insistent. He's not bossy though. He's just like I want some. I want Doodle. I don't have anything else here you can have. I don't want to give you another snack because you gotta pace yourself on those other ones. And I don't, all right. I had your other ones here. Hang on a second. I give you one of the other ones. What did I do with them? What did I do with the chicken ones? I thought I brought them in. Hang on, dude. Hang on. You're being a good boy. I know you just like things to chew on, but not shoes or things like that. What did I do with it? Did I drop it somewhere? Why can't I find your snacks? I brought them in. I'm sorry, dude. I can't find your snacks. So we'll just have to wait, okay? Okay? We just have to wait a little bit. All right? We'll go out and get you one. We'll get you some of the chicken snacks that you like later. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this box. Find some place for it. There we go. That's good enough. All right, here we go. Now, the thing about these, and I'm sure this is the same for torrone, and again, we used to call it candy, but it's not really candy, is that, and you can see that, it looks like paper, right? That there? And that's like a wafer. It's like a sugar wafer. It's sort of, for those of you, not all of you will be familiar with this or can relate to this, but if you've ever been in the Catholic Church and you receive communion, that the kind of texture of the communion wafer it's like this. So that's what covers it. So it looks like paper that you shouldn't eat. I'm sure some people who aren't familiar with this are going to pull that off, but it's edible. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Jules. So we were talking about Kamikaze Kitchen because we were talking about smoked things. And one of the things, Kevin Meehan is the chef, and we brought him bison testicles. And he made smoked sashimi bison testicles. So it's in the video of making the smoked sashimi bison testicles. Now, I will tell you that Claudia, Mrs. Trippy Food, turns her nose up a lot of stuff that we eat here. And I don't blame her, but she tried smoked sashimi bison testicles and actually liked it. So it took me by surprise, but you can see in the video how he actually smokes them. That dumb knows what you're saying. He's just playing dumb. No, yeah, he knows exactly what I'm saying. And he's like, dude, you didn't hear me. I said snack. Where's my snack? Where is your snack, Doodle? I brought them in. I know I brought them in here, and I can't find them. Maybe I didn't bring them in. I swore I brought them in. Oh, maybe I didn't. Go. Mom is in the kitchen. Go ask Mom to give you a snack. No, I don't have your snacks in here, in the kitchen. Go ask Mom to give you a snack. Go ask Mom to give you a snack. I hear her out in the kitchen. She's got a snack out there. Go ask Mom for a snack. I don't have any more. I can't give you anything else. I don't want to give you another one of these because they're like, they have stuff in it. It might make you poop or something. Good boy. Grub Warp has entered the room. Welcome, Grub Warp. Good to see you. You did it again, didn't you? I did. Tribute request. Cuello de gallina rellena hot dog. That's interesting. That's an interesting concept. I could make that happen. Stoner, do me a favor. Please put that in our suggestion box. And for those of you who don't know that, we do have a suggestion box. So if you go to our community page, I think it shows to me as a community page. It might show you as something different, but it's like the community tab on the main page. And if you scroll down a little bit, there's one called suggestion box. And if you put something in that suggestion box and it's doable and we can do it, and it doesn't involve human body fluids or anything else, then we will do that. And we have done a lot of it, but that sounds really good. And so put that in there and we'll try to take care of it. Yeah, but he's not going to Mom for a snack. He's just sitting here looking at me like, I know you have snacks and I want some. All right. So the difference in here and the torrone one is texture. So the torrone one maybe is a little bit chewier one, and this one is kind of more. I don't want to say brittle, but it has a little bit more give to it. More like it's not as like spongy as the torrone one. The flavor is really nice, about the same. All right, so let's do the hazelnut and vanilla hot dog with relish or something. Yeah, well, hot dogs are a funny thing. They can be so good, and yet it's easy to ruin a hot dog. Okay, let's try this. Let's see. We used to be able to do this. Let's see if we can still do this. Well, you did hear that. But it only did it once. Used to make those whistle. That's really good. Again, much different texture than the Ferrara ones. It's still really good. Those are thumbs up. Thank you, Julie. It's not Christmas without torrone. So speaking of torrone, our trivia question was, what's the Spanish version of torrone called? It seemed like so long ago. Let's see. Man, that is a long time ago. I don't even see the answers, or I don't even see the guesses. I'm sure there were guesses. I just don't see them. All right, so my apologies to you. I'm scrolling up trying to look for them, and I can't find them. The Spanish version of torrone is turron, or you got to roll the R's. Turron is the Spanish version of torrone. So they do their own as well. Let's see. What am I missing? Chicago dogs goes too far, and I love tomatoes. I don't. It's kind of like people talk about deep dish pizza, right? Like deep dish is not pizza. It is pizza. It's just a different type of pizza, right? And it depends. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. And so for me, I like a Chicago hot dog. It's a Vienna beef sausage. It is a poppy seed roll. I think they use a poppy seed roll. It has celery salt. It has sport peppers on it. There are very specific things that go on a Chicago hot dog, and so it is kind of a ritual. And there are a lot of different flavors going on and everything. But it's one of those things where it's not something you're going to eat every day. But if you're in Chicago, you're going to get one, or a Chicago Italian beef sandwich. But it has its purpose. It has its moments, and I like them when I have them, and they're made well. Because it's a little bit different, but it's not like the kind of hot dog. If I have a hot dog in my refrigerator, I'm not going to prepare it Chicago hot dog style. But if I'm somewhere where they're making Chicago hot dogs, like I think the last time I went to Boston, and I came on the way back from Boston, I came through O'Hare Airport in Chicago, and I got a Chicago style Chicago hot dog in the airport just because I hadn't had one in a while. So. The right tools for the right job. And it's just sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I think I like them, but I like them every once in a while. I think if I was eating them every day, I probably wouldn't like them. Now I want to remind you of a story about you and Claudia and chili dogs. Thank you, Ice Hand. Yes, as long as we're talking about hot dogs, thank you. So somebody, I'm trying to remember what the idea was, because people were talking about chili dogs, like. Ice Hand, do you remember what the context was when we were talking about chili dogs? So my story about chili dogs and Claudia is that on what she might call our second date, but I call our first date because the first one was coffee. But on this date, regardless, it was either our first or a second, depending on how you look at it. We went to Peng's. And she got a chili cheese dog. Now, if you were going to order a chili cheese dog on a first or second date, with somebody. You're going to order a chili cheese dog. That takes a lot of self-confidence, right? I mean, if you're confident enough that you're going to eat a chili cheese dog on a date, that's a keeper right there. So that's how I knew it was meant to be. Is she ordered the chili cheese dog? So that's my chili cheese dog story. I love a hot dog with coleslaw and potato chips. So Nashies, have you ever had I guess I'm trying to remember. It's not Carolina, like a West Virginia slaw dog. Have you had a slaw? Because it's a specific thing in West Virginia and in the Carolinas. They have these something called a slaw dog, which has coleslaw in it, and it's a regular thing. And those are really good. I don't know if we've done a slaw dog. I don't know. Like I've been doing the channel for like almost 10 years now, so I can't remember exactly. But if we haven't, we should and we will do a slaw dog. So they're very different. There's so many different types of hot dogs. There is a place in Reseda, California, called Fabs, and the thing that I like about Fabs is they do hot dog, like regional hot dogs from all different places, but they all do it in one place. So like if you feel like getting a New Jersey Ripper, for those of you who don't know what a Ripper is it was made originally by Ruts Hut in Clinton, New Jersey. And I think we do have an episode for that. I think we did go to Ruts Hut. I think we did an episode there. They have a hot dog called the Ripper, and what they do is they deep fry it until it splits open. So the outside is kind of like almost burnt on the outside, but then it splits open and it's hot and pink on the inside and really good. So they have varying degrees with it. So they have one called the Weller, which is like well done, and they have one called the Cremator. And I remember when I was there, I was going to order one, and I said, "Can I get a Cremator?" And they said no. And I'm like, "Why can't I get a Cremator?" And because you won't like it. I'm like, why won't I like it? Because it's burnt. It's a burnt hot dog. It's a deep fried burnt hot dog. So they just opted not to give me a cream, or they talked me out of doing the Cremator. I did get one of the one of the not even the Weller. I think it was just the regular hot dog, and it was really, really good. But hot dog encyclopedic. Oh, well, hot dog's my comfort food of choice. So like let's talk about Costco hot dogs. That Costco loses money on their hot dogs, and the CEO of Costco told the individual managers at Costco that if they were to ever raise the price of the hot dog, which is $1.50 for a third of a pound hot dog and a drink, they make money on drinks anyways. But it's $1.50 for the hot dog, the third of a pound hot dog and the drink, and it's $1.50. And they were told if anybody raises the price, they'll be fired, and even though they lose money because it gets people into Costco. So they were losing a lot more money, and then they decided, well, in order to not lose so much money, we'll make our own hot dogs. And so they bought a hot dog processing plant, and now they are I'm trying to remember what the Costco brand is. Kirkland hot dogs. So they're Kirkland hot dogs, and you can actually buy those same hot dogs in the store. But that the food court's usually at the front of the store. The rotisserie chickens is something else that they're not allowed to raise the price. They're $5, and those are at the end of the store, the very, very back of the store, and they're at the back of the store because they want you to walk through the whole store to get to the rotisserie chickens, in hopes that you'll buy other stuff. So the price of the chickens never goes up. The price of the hot dogs never goes up. So there we go. You said if you were dating, can you tell me something about a potential mate, how they handle chili? Yeah, I think we just discussed that. So mustard, raw onion, maybe a pickle is enough for me. That's good enough. Or instead of the pickle, like a pickle relish, but a decent pickle relish. I like to make my own. There's a company called Mount Olive, and to me, they make the best regular pickle relish. So I start with that, but then I chop up some onion, some raw onion, chop up some onion, and I chop up habanero, and I mix that all together in with that relish, and I use that relish, and it's just awesome. I hardly ever use something like as is. Yellow mustard, yeah, I'll do that, but most of the other stuff I kind of like accentuate. Like About the only thing I'll ever put ketchup on is French fries, but I don't usually put straight ketchup on French fries. Usually, what I'll do is I'll mix it with A1 or Tabasco or black pepper or a combination of those things. But I don't usually use ketchup as is. Speaking of ketchup, that reminded me of something. So we are 128, if I'm not mistaken, 128 subscribers away from 6,000 subscribers. 128. That's not a lot, and it shouldn't take that long. So I decided that, just like we did when we hit 5,000 subscribers, we did our Trippy Food Ring of Fire 5,000, which we ate all kinds of really, really hot incendiary foods. So I decided what we're going to do when we hit 6,000 is that we're going to do, these are a few of my least favorite things. So basically we're going to do my kryptonites, the things that I hate, the foods that I just don't like. Not necessarily that make me sick or make me, puke or anything like that. I just don't like them. I just don't like them. And I avoid them at most costs. So I decided that this is what we'll do for our 6,000 subscribers is I will do a live stream of these are a few of my least favorite things, and that's what we're going to do. So hopefully you guys like. Oh, thank you very much, Janice. So Janice posted the link there for our Ruts Hut episode, so you can see what a Ripper is, what a Ripper hot dog is. But they have different hot dogs, different places. Best value meal is Costco hot dog meal with a slice of pizza. Now, the hot dog in itself is a meal, but yeah, add a slice of pizza in there. That pizza's decent. Maybe not the best pizza, but it's pretty damn good. It's a lot better than Domino's. French hot dog is the most popular here. It's sad. I don't even know what a French hot dog is. I have to check that out. We've done other hot dog specific episodes. There was one where my friend Anshu from Exotic Meat Market gave us some. I think it was Dorper lamb and Nilgai antelope sausages, and we had those as hot dogs. What else did we do a hot dog? Oh, we did one of our Independence Day episodes where we did apple pie hot dogs and hot dog apple pies. So we did do that. We did the UHF. Was it UHF? UHF, the Weird Al Yankovic movie, where they do the hot dog Twinkie. We did the hot dog Twinkie. We did Colombian hot dog, and then last week we did a Venezuelan hot dog. So there's a food truck in Burbank, California. I think they do other places besides Burbank, but we caught up to them in Burbank, and they do a Venezuelan street dog, and we did that. So we did a lot of our episodes are hot dog ones. So there we go. Some giardiniera on a hot dog. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. We did giardiniera, didn't we? I know we did it, but I don't remember why. But I think we've done it. Oh, when we did our pickled episode. That's when it was. We did our pickled episode. Apples and hot dogs wouldn't be terrible together. Apple complements meat fairly well. A little odd, maybe. Wouldn't be bad. Well, Nashies, you're just going to have to watch the episode where we made apple pie hot dogs and hot dog apple pie. Both. They're two separate things, but we did it. And it was funny because I think it was last year, one of the car companies, I think it was Chevrolet, and it was somebody like Guy Fieri or one of those guys, and they were like, I'm going to make the hot dog apple pie. And I was like, dude, I did that 3 years ago. But, I'm a small channel, so nobody cares that I did that 3 years ago. They just care that Guy Fieri or whoever it was did it. There we go. All right. So let's move on because we only got to one snack and we're like almost an hour in. Val talks too much. I think that's the problem. All right. So let's do this. We're going to do the sweet stuff. So this is from a company called Helios, and this is black fig spread. This is a product of Spain. The company is called Dulces y Conserves Helios, which was founded in 1901 by Alejandrino Perez in Valladolid, Spain. So Valladolid, Spain is famous because a historical figure died in Valladolid, in 1506. Who is that person? Who is that historical figure that died in Valladolid, Spain in 1506? All right, so we're going to try this Helios black fig spread. Complements sweet and savory food. Oh, good, because we have sweet and savory food. Now, the trick is, how do you get this open? Oh, there's a line there. Thank you, Janice. Janice is on top of it, man. Janice just posted the link for our hot dog apple pie and apple pie hot dog video. So, Nashies, I think you would enjoy that. Don't watch it now, because there might be a homework assignment and you guys won't be ready. Tom, old guy in Colorado, is here. This is like, I can't remember the name of the cheese, but it's like the cheese that comes in these little wedges. It's kind of cute. This is a product of Spain. Yes, product of Spain. And like everything else, it was a Christmas gift. All right. Yeah, it just kind of, this reminds me of that cheese. I'm trying to remember what the brand is of the cheese. You guys know what I'm talking about. They come in these little foil wrapped wedges. Is it Laughing Cow? It might be. Oh my God, that's all like sticky. It's fig. It's black fig. It's all sticky. That is probably not like the best way to do this. It's like packaging jelly. That's sweet. Doodle's gonna eat that. All right, let's see. We're gonna put it on a plate so that we can spread it. Now, I considered putting on the pretzel. I don't think I'm going to put that on the pretzel. I do have that. I also got as a gift in my stocking these Cars table water crackers. The thing about these are they're kind of flavor neutral, so it's a good palette to put things on, you know, and to let the flavor of what you're putting on it shine. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, like it's salt, flour, and water, and those are the only ingredients of these. And so they're not, let's see, ingredients: flour, salt, palm oil. Gotta have water. I didn't even list water. All right, so we're going to spread some of that on there. No, pineapple belongs on trees. Well, pineapple doesn't grow on trees, Europrop. Pineapple grows on a plant on the ground. Have you ever seen a pineapple plant, like the fruit of the pineapple when it's growing? It's pretty amazing. So it sends up the stalk, and then there's this pineapple right in the middle of the stalk. So the plant, I don't think, is any more than like 2 or 3 feet tall. And then you got this fruit, like right in the middle of it on the stalk. Did somebody send you a Swiss Colony beef log sampler this year, Val? They did not, to prove that the company still exists. I'm pretty sure the company still exists. They're a very popular company. I don't see why they would not exist. I do have, I'm going to show you this. We're not going to eat this today, but I will show you this. And it was not a gift. It's something we're going to do in an episode. Let me get this. I know it's here somewhere. It's in this bag. I got stuff all over the place. So here's your summer sausage, right? That's all I'm going to say about that right now. So that should be interesting. So we will be doing that soon, I think. All right, here we go. Let's see. One of my favorite cheese is a holiday goat cheese log with cranberries and a bit of cinnamon. Yeah, Jules, what was it? We did a, was it, I think it was a goat cheese, or the goat cheese with cranberries. Didn't we, Jules? Oh, do you remember what that was? Let's see. Didn't somebody write a song about those ice hand? Was it Sandler? About those. Let's see. Ice hand said, "Oh, Swiss Colony beef log sampler." I don't know. I don't remember a song. Yeah, I don't remember it either. Ice hand. Supposedly getting snow where I live, possibly over a foot. I miss snow. I really do. Yeah, that is scary. You're absolutely right. I'm kind of like curious. I'm very curious about it, but maybe not looking forward to it. So it should be interesting. I think I'm going to make Matt eat that with me. For the live stream, cinnamon cranberry goat cheese. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was really, really good. And they also have blueberry vanilla. I think you did the blueberry vanilla one on one of your live streams, Jules, on one of the live streams that you did. And then together we did the cranberry cinnamon goat cheese one. All right, here we go. Black fig. It's like a jelly. It says black fig spread. It's kind of like a jelly. It tastes like a jelly. It's much sweeter than a fig typically is, and it has the texture of jelly. So it's a little bit strange to have fig in that. If I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that they're using apple juice in there, or something that tastes like apple juice. Ingredients: black fig, sugar, glucose syrup, pectin, carob bean gum, and xanthan gum, acidity regular, citric acid, because there's citric acid in everything. Sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, absorbic acid. And again, this is a product of Spain. Did I ask a trivia question? I did. This is good, but to me, it's like we're almost like getting away from the taste of the fig. And I think like the citric acid, I think that most of the time they use citric acid as a preservative, but this seems like the citric acid in here gives it more of that citrus flavor that a fig typically doesn't have. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on it. It's good, but it's more like it's like a fruit jelly, and the fig is like toned down a little bit. So I'm going to give that a thumbs up, trending downward a little bit, just because like the fig flavor is there. It's tasty. It's really good, but it's just like it's like the other stuff kind of like encroaching on the flavor of the fig. So thumbs up, trending downward slightly. Got enough snacks and coffee to make it through? I do, but we. Oh, you're talking about for the snowstorm. All right, our trivia question was, because Dulces y Conserves Helios was founded in 1901 in Valladolid, Spain. What historical figure died in Valladolid, Spain in 1506? And the guesses were none, or there were no guesses. It doesn't look like. There are no guesses. Nobody guessed. It was Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus did, in fact, die in 1506 in Valladolid, Spain, after thinking he had actually found a path to Asia. All right. So let's put this aside somewhere. That will be good. And let's go on to our next snack, because we are still only on our third snack, and we are into our second hour already. I think that's right. Yes, that is right. All right. I know that's hard to see there. Let me give you a close-up. And it does say pear butter, not body butter. Any thoughts on the oyster sandwich I put in the suggestion box? Yes, it sounds doable. I just haven't gotten to that yet. So that's my thoughts on that. I don't get why Americans love sour stuff and hate licorice. I don't either, because I love licorice. And I like the salted licorice as well. You're a prop. Julie, I'll tell the story. When Julie was little, I don't know, how old were you, Jules, when we went? I don't even remember how old you were. But I took Julie to the Museum of Science in Boston. And they had this exhibit on smell. And they had this little thing. You opened it up and you smell it, and you had to try to guess what it was. So like one was like a musk deer, the scent of a musk deer, which, you know, you're smelling a deer's butt. How much fun can that be? But the other one was the smell of licorice. And so we opened up the box. We both smelled it at the same time and go, oh my God, we got to go get some licorice. So like Julie and I both love licorice. And but a lot of people in the U.S. don't. And then the comeback is, but I like red licorice. And I'm like, there's no such thing as red licorice. Like licorice is a type of plant. And the licorice root is where they get the licorice flavor from. And if it doesn't have licorice in it, it's not licorice, right? So like red vines are red vines. They're not licorice. There's no such thing as red licorice. We went to Haymarket as well that day. I'm going to guess I was around 8 or 10. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think you were, I'm trying to remember when we went to New York. You were maybe younger than that, maybe like 6 or 7 when we went to New York. We did a lot of stuff. I think you were 8 years old when we went to Washington, D.C. We did a lot of road trips together, Jules, even when you were little. All right, so let's do our next snack. And oh no, this is it. This is the next snack. This is pear butter. This is from Pennington Farms. Pennington Farms was founded in 1980 by Sam Pennington in Grants Pass, Oregon. Again, like everything else, this was a gift, a holiday gift. And this is made from pear. So the question is, what is the most widely grown pear variety in the world? What is the most widely grown pear variety in the world? This looks very liquid, but it is pear butter. If you ever had like apple butter has kind of it has a firmer consistency than this does. This one seems to be a little bit more liquidy, but it's probably along the same lines as apple butter. Not really much of a smell. I don't think I'm going to save the pretzel for the mustard, I think. And I think I'll just put one of these on a water cracker as well. It doesn't matter. The pretzel's not a gift, and this is. I'm going to do it with my knife. Here we go. I'll clean that off. Oh, yeah. So, Jules, remember we used to get apple butter when we used to go up to that place in New Hampshire, that roadside stand where we would get the pumpkins and fudge and everything, and we would get apple butter there as well. And pumpkin butter. Long Ridge Farms, I think it's called. And I don't remember exactly where that was. I want to say Meredith, New Hampshire. Long Ridge Farms in Meredith, New Hampshire. It's called something else now. It's called something Rock Farms, but it used to be called Long Ridge Farms. It's in Meredith, New Hampshire. So every year in the fall, Julie and I would drive up to New Hampshire to see the leaves change color. And we would always stop at this roadside stand in Meredith, New Hampshire and get fudge and cider and all that cool stuff. And yeah, so I remember that too. I think we might have even done that last time we were here. So if you go back to our leaf peeper episode, the episode we filmed in New Hampshire, the New Hampshire leaf peeper episode, I think that place is in that video. I think we stopped there, and I think that's in our video. This is a kind of strange texture. Almost looks like chicken. Pumpkin butter on a rice cake. Need to do a crock pot apple butter. Oh, yeah. For certain. I think for me, the thing about eating a pear is that texture of the pear. It's a little bit different than eating an apple. The texture of the pear that I kind of like. This has that, but it seems like there's some other flavors in there as well. See if they list ingredients. Fruit. It just says fruit. I assume it's pear, but I don't know if there's anything else in there. Pectin and cane sugar. It kind of changes the flavor. It's really, really sweet. Probably sweeter than if you were just to eat a pear. It kind of comes in there. You get like a piece of the fruit, kind of comes in there. And it might have gone a little bit overboard on the sweet. I'm not a big fan of sweet stuff, as you will find out when we hit 6,000 subscribers on what I am not a fan of. I like it. I just think maybe it's a tad too sweet, and so I'm going to go thumbs up, trending downward slightly on that one. Jules, you need to make your dad a meerkat dude figure. Well, I have a meerkat dude figure. His name's Dude. I had a pumpkin butter rice cake for breakfast when I was out there visiting. Out here? Did we have pumpkin butter out here? Huh. Pear is one of the good fruits. It depends. It can be kind of like mealy sometimes, but even apples the same thing. To me, it's like I love Granny Smith apples. The other apples are like hit and miss. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. It depends on the variety of apple. Yeah. So thumbs up, trending downward on this. All right. Let's see. Where the question was, what is the most widely grown pear variety in the world? And almost everybody got that right. And it was, in fact, the Bartlett pear. So we got one more left, and then we get into our soft drink. Meerkat Dude always gets the dude snack tax. He does. He's like terminally cute. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. That pretzel's going to be cold. So I got that around 11:30, maybe closer to 12 this earlier today, and they made it fresh. So it's probably going to be a little cold. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, so these are from, yeah, there we go. These are from Turkey. This is Peng cappuccino and dark chocolate chickpeas, and the company is called Trudy or Trude, Truede. I think it's Trudy. The company was founded in 2003 in Coventry, UK. And again, it's cappuccino and dark chocolate roasted chickpeas. Natural colors and flavors, and both colors and flavors have a U in them. You know, the whole British thing. Colors and flavors. It is gluten-free and vegan. Not that I care, you know. I mean, not that it's like, oh my God, it has. I don't know what that was I just dropped. Oh, it was a sharp knife. In general, when the vegan food that I have eaten, I've liked. There is one vegan food that I had that I absolutely did not like. And once we get to 6,000 subscribers, you'll get to see me eat that because now I have it. They look like gumballs. Ooh, they smell nice. They have a really nice smell to them. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, this. So, bear with me 1 second. Got to send a message. Okay. It's a weird taste. They taste like malted milk balls. I'm getting the cappuccino. I'm definitely getting the chocolate. I'm not getting chickpeas, and there's a chickpea in the middle of this, supposedly. Let's see. Let's cut this open. Here we go. Yeah, that's a chickpea. But for some reason, like, if you're not familiar with what chickpeas are, or you're not sure if you've had chickpeas before, if you've had hummus before, you've had chickpeas. It was made with chickpeas. And it's a very distinct flavor. That flavor is not there. You get a lot of the chocolate. I'm getting the cappuccino flavor. Nice crunchy candy shell on the outside, like sort of like an M&M, like that kind of shell on the outside. But chickpea flavor is really subtle, which is really surprising because you saw it inside there. So it's a little unusual. These are pretty good. They're very sweet, so I would not eat a lot of these, but they're actually pretty good. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. And my thing is, like, if you don't like chickpeas, you probably like these because they're not like, it's not like that in-your-face hummus kind of chickpea flavor. So there we go. Yes, Julia, I'm eating rocks. I tried bada bean, bada boom, butter roasted broad beans, and they are so good. They're at Aldi. I don't know if we tried those before, so we'll have to try those, or grab some of those, and then when I come up next time, we'll eat them together. Alleged chickpea. There you go. It's just sad M&Ms then. No, because I don't like M&Ms. So this is better than M&Ms. But it's just really odd that when you eat everything together in there, that the chickpea flavor is like really subtle, and when that's what's supposed to be the whole thing is all about. But it's there. You do get it. It's just that it's really subtle compared to the cappuccino flavor, the candy shell, the dark chocolate, everything. So a little bit odd. All right. The trivia question was, did I even ask the trivia question? I did not. I didn't even ask the trivia question. The trivia question was, where does the name cappuccino come from? So I'm asking it now. Where does the name cappuccino come from? And we'll just let that sit out there, and we will move on, and then we'll come back to that. We'll give you guys a chance to answer that. Where does the name cappuccino come from? All right. It is. Hi, Doodle. Doodle, no, I have no more snacks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I brought this chicken thing. I thought I brought those chicken things in. I think they're in the kitchen. I don't have any more. I can't give you that. And there's really nothing I can give you. You know what? I can give you one of these because it's just wheat and salt. Chris is going to get that all over the place. It's a cracker. He's going to get it all over. All right. Time for our beverage. Actually, you're close, Ice Hand, but the monkey got the name Capuchin monkey from the same place that cappuccino got its name from. So it's not like they got the name from the monkey. The monkey got their name from this other thing. But you're so close. All right. So this is company's called Rico. This is Rico passion fruit. There's a lot to take in here. Passion fruit green tea with lychee popping boba. This is a product of Taiwan. Again, let me try to do that, and I'll do it slowly. Passion fruit green tea with lychee popping boba. And this is from Tangshan Foods, which was founded in 1992. So because this is lychee flavored popping boba, question is about lychee. And the question is, where was lychee first cultivated? Dog is on time like TV ads. Yeah, he's like a boomerang. All right, so this does say to shake it up. So it's not carbonated, we hope. We're going to find out the hard way if it is. And the thing is, I don't have a boba straw. So this is the closest I have to a boba straw, and I don't know if that's going to be big enough, but we're going to try. I'm going to cut the end at an angle. Like that. Maybe that will work. We'll see. That was fun. Did you guys hear that? All right. So now this, I'm gonna pour this all into a glass only because there's boba in there. It's like we haven't got any of the boba out yet. Oh, you know why? Because it's not like the dark colored what is that boba is made from? The boba balls, tapioca. It's not like the dark colored tapioca balls. These are light colored. Let's see. Yeah. So these look like fish eggs. You can see that. No, popping boba. Yeah, they pop pretty easy. So I don't think they're going to fit in here. We will try it though. We'll see. But what happens is they break and then the skins come up. That is an interesting flavor. I am getting the tea. I am getting the passion fruit flavor, which is really good. If you've ever had passion fruit, it's really good. We have an episode coming out where I've tried a few different fruits, and one of them is passion fruit. Let's see. Passion fruit green tea. Did they put anything else in there? I don't think so. Or any other kind of fruit. Passion fruit juice, apple juice. Why do they do that? Yeah, this is actually pretty good. It's not crazy sweet, and I thought it was going to be. the nice tea flavor, the flavor of the tea mixed with the passion fruit. It's a nice flavor. That's really good, and that's going to get a thumbs up. All right, so let's do this. Again, these are gifts. So let's do this. I'm going to have to take some boba with the spoon. What do I do with my spoon? Oh, here we go. Take some of that boba out and put that in there. And our 12 point whatever ABV, I just turned that black. And some of our, New England coffee, our breakfast blend New England coffee. We'll put some of that in there too. Which really shouldn't change it too much because the beer, the stout, imperial stout has beer. It has coffee in it. So here we go. This should be weird. Boba is a hipster thing now. Yeah, I think so too. Oh no, that's not good. No, I don't think so. The beer flavor, that alcohol flavor, kind of puts a damp blanket on this drink. And then getting some sweetness from the passion fruit. But no, it's it tastes dirty. I mean, like it tastes like it has dirt in it. It just tasted like you washed a car and then you caught the water that came off the dirty car and you're drinking that. That's what it tastes like. I'm not liking it. Thumbs down. Thumbs down on that. That does not work for me. Yeah, not good. All right. Let's move on then, shall we? Let's go back to our trivia question. Our trivia question was, where does the name cappuccino come from? So Iceland said from the monkeys. It's a, hey, they're the monkeys. That's a good guess. But actually the name of the Capuchin monkeys, the name of the monkey came from this. Janice says from the Capuchin friars. Janice is correct. So the Capuchin friars, the color of their robes, that brown color of their robes, is where the color of is the same color as cappuccino, and so that's where it got its name. And the monkeys got their name because they look like those monks. So I guess maybe it's their haircut or something. I'm not sure what it is, but everything with the name Capuchin or cappuccino are named after the monks, the Capuchin monks, or the Capuchin friars. At least there's no ramen in it. Not yet. You are a trivia question behind. No, I mean, I was behind on that one. And I didn't answer the second one, but I did ask it. So where was lychee first cultivated was the second question. And it looks like people said, Europrop said must be China. Dave Etkin said China. Janice says southern China. It was, in fact, I'm going to say China is correct. It was first cultivated in Southeast Asia over 1,000 years ago. So southern China and China both work, or all work. So China is a good answer. Anywhere, if you'd said Southeast Asia, you would be correct. But it was first cultivated in China, in southern China. So you are absolutely correct. So now we're all caught up on our trivia questions. There we go. All right. So 4 more to go. And how are we doing on time? Half an hour. We can do this. All right. We just need to step it up. Val, you need to stop yapping so much. All right. What do I have next? I'm trying to do these in the order that I specified because then it's kind of a flavor order. Yeah, Thailand, Southeast Asia. I mean, they were cultivated in different places in Southeast Asia, but they're attributed to Southeast China. All right, it's mustard time. I need a bigger desk. All right, here we go. So these mustards were a gift from Claudia. These are from Fallot, I think it's called. It's French. Fallot mustard mill. They're from the Fallot mustard mill, and there are 4 different kinds of mustard. Now, Edmond Fallot Mustards is kind of the company name, and it was founded in 1840 by Leon Boulay in Burgundy, France. 1840 by Leon Boulay in Burgundy, France, the Fallot Mustard Mill. Knowing that it's a mill might give you a little bit of clue on how you actually make mustard. So that leads us to our trivia question. Our trivia question is, what part of the mustard plant is used to make mustard? Now, we have 4 different flavors here. We have Dijon, honey and balsamic, black currant, and seed style. So I think we're going to start with the black currant, actually, because I want to start with the sweet one and then start getting into the mustard ones. Aren't they the most adorable jars you've ever seen in your life? Oh, I'm not going to remember which one's which. Let's see. I want the black currant. And a black currant it's similar to a raisin. It's a different, I'm told it's a different type of fruit, but Edmond Fallot mustard à cassis de Dijon. Black currant Dijon mustard. In the most adorable looking thing. And this we are going to use our Wetzel's pretzel for. So I'm going to break off a hunk of that. I like pretzels. I like the hard pretzels, and I also like the soft pretzels. I like pretzels. All right. It's my mouth. All right, here we go. That's really thick. Okay, so this is the black currant mustard. Whoa. Does that have a horseradish in it? Or is it just like a really strong mustard? Oh, it's really strong. I like the strong mustard taste against the sweetness of the black currant, though. It's a nice contrast. It has that kind of breathiness, like the hot Chinese mustard or the deli mustard. It was pretty good. That's a thumbs up. All right, so now let's go. Let's do the sweet one. So we'll do the honey balsamic. Another piece of pretzel. I'm not a big fan of honey mustard. Maybe it's just a sweetness. These all have that underlying hot mustard. So this one's a little bit sneaky because it's honey Dijon, but it has that punch that you get from that kind of horseradish kind of punch that like some of the hot mustards have. So it has that. So you have that sweetness and that punch together. That's really unusual. Wow. That is really, really unusual. That's a trippy food. Thumbs up. It's like extra points for being unusual. Like these mustards, I think you would have to put them on like hors d'oeuvres or small things and everything. Because I really don't I can't see eating a ham sandwich and spreading one of these types of mustards on it. That just doesn't work. I don't think it's going to work. This one is just the regular Dijon mustard. Fruity mustard sounds like a 90s band. Yeah, they were out of San Francisco, man. They were right. They were righteous band. Fruity mustard. All right. So this one is regular Dijon. Of course I'm French, you ninny. Why do you think I speak with such outrageous accent? Now go away before I shall punch you a second time. All right, here we go. That one tastes different for a Dijon. Really strong. Very, very strong. That might actually go good on meat. I think that one actually would be really good on meat. There's not a lot of it that you would do like a mustard, rub or anything else like that, but it is really good. All right, let's try the last one. And this one is seed style mustard. I don't even know what that means. The size says gourmet, not a thing you use every day. I would agree with you, Europrop. I would agree with you completely. I can't see using this every day. I would put this on a hot dog. Objectifying the thick mustard. Some people don't like the town of Burgundy. I don't have a beef with, oh my God. I saw what you did there, Ice Hand. Some people don't like the town of Burgundy, but it's not worth whining about it. Got to run errands to get ready for this week. Great. Oh, fine. Just take off. All right, Jules, I'm here all day, so call me later if you want. I'll be here. Love you, and I miss you, and I'll see you soon. I think I might go to my favorite. It doesn't taste like your typical mustard. There's something different about it. It almost seems like there's more vinegar in this one. It seems like it has like a higher vinegar content. It doesn't really have as strong a punch as the other ones do. I really like this one though. This one's really good. Now, this one seems like it'd be more versatile. So that one's going to get a thumbs up too. On the whole, all of them very, very good. Except for the one that just broke all over the floor. It didn't go all over the floor. It went across the room somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to go look for it afterwards. All right, yeah. Thumbs up. Those are really, really good. Okay. Our question was what part of the mustard plant is used to make the mustard. Julie said the seed. Miguel Rangel said the seeds. Janice Yamanaseka said the seed. Aishan said the seed. Everybody said seed. And that's because it is, in fact, the seed. All right. I'm just like, I want to drink more of that beer, but I really have to go slow. All right, on to our next snack. And I think we got 3 more left, and we got a little under a half hour. I think we can do this. All right, this one, you guys will know this one right away because I've done this before, but I've never seen it like this before. So my brother-in-law, Richard, spent Christmas in Colombia. So he went down, I think it was around Thanksgiving. Maybe it was a little bit before Thanksgiving. I don't think he was here for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think he went on a little bit before Thanksgiving. He was in Colombia, and he came back on the 29th of December. So he was there for that length of time. And I thought she was talking to me. And so he brought me back, as my Christmas gift, he brought me back this, knowing how much I love these. These are hormigas. Technically hormigas culonas. Now, I've never seen them. Usually it's in like a plastic bag that's kind of stapled together. But these are in this nice jar with a nice label and everything. These are hormigas culonas. Now, if you look at the picture, you can tell what hormigas are. They are actually ants. And the reason they have wings is because these are all females. What they do is they're Colombian leafcutter ants, and when I think it's in the spring, if I'm not mistaken, during the rainy season, the females come out of the nest and they go to start their own nest or hive or mound or whatever you want to call it. And so they can fly. So they catch them with nets. Thing is, my understanding is that the people who catch them get bitten by them. They're leafcutter ants, so they have like sharp mandibles and they will bite. And so people get bitten by them and everything. But what they do is they pull the wings off. Sometimes they pull the legs off. Sometimes they do not pull the legs off. And then they roast them. So these are, and they are called, in Colombia, they're called hormigas culonas, which literally translates to big ass ant. So let's open this up and we'll take a look at it. So let's see. That doesn't give you a very good view of it. Man, these are on the big side too. You can see that. We'll pick one up. So you can see how big those are. They are big. That's the butt. That's the big butt. So I love these. The legs, they did not pull off. The legs seem to be tucked underneath. They did pull the wings off though. So let's see how theirs are. Oh, nice crunch. It's almost like if you've ever eaten a peanut out of the shell, where it has that kind of like that red paper-like casing on the outside of the peanut, very much like that. These aren't as salty as the other ones, but there's also, these seem meatier. Because typically these taste like, I think, bacon-flavored popcorn. These ones are a little bit different. So not quite as savory, although they do have more of a meaty taste to them. These aren't as salty. They're just crunchy enough that, like, sometimes you got to pull the legs off, like especially when you're eating something like crickets. You got to pull the legs off of them because otherwise the legs get stuck in your teeth. These, even though they have legs on it, the legs don't get stuck. Really nice flavor. Love these. But again, one of my favorite things to eat. That's going to be a big thumbs up. So thank you, Richard, for bringing those back for me. Now, I did not ask the trivia question. I just started eating them because that's how I am with those. So these are a product of Barichara, Colombia. That's the town where they harvest them. And they did analysis on those ants at the Industrial University of Santander. Santander is a department. So think of department as a state, right? So like in the United States, we have states. In Canada, they have provinces. In Colombia, they have departments. And so the department where Barichara is called Santander. So the Industrial University of Santander did an analysis on the ants, on the nutritional value. And they show that they have a high level of protein, low levels of saturated fat, and an overall decent nutritional value. So they're really healthy and they're really good. So like this would be a good thing to be able to feed people as you start eating insects. A lot of people are kind of, they can't eat insect because they look at it, it's that visual thing, but the flavor is really, really good. Even though I am getting some legs kind of stuck there. I'll have to wash that down with something. So again, what type of ant? Here's our question. What type of ant is used to roast hormigas culonas? Ooh, that's strong stuff. You don't want wings in your teeth. Yeah, they take the wings off. They leave the legs on. The legs are what get stuck in your teeth. So kind of, we made tamales and menudo for New Year's. I have not made menudo. I would like to try that at some point in time because I love menudo. Although for Christmas, just before Christmas, my cousin Larry invited people over because he does a tamale party every year, and this was no exception. So they make homemade tamales, and we enjoy those. We did that on the 23rd, which I think was Monday. I hate when legs are stuck in your teeth. Absolutely, Janice. Absolutely, but it's not too bad. Yes, Janice, you are correct. Leaf cutter ants. They are Colombian leaf cutter ants. The species is called Atta levigata. Atta levigata is the species, and they're Colombian leafcutter ants. So adamant. No, what is it? Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? What was that song? Goody two shoes. Goody shoes. Goody two shoes. All right. This next one's going to be really interesting. This is a little bit deceptive. So the company is Ubago. It's the Ubago Group. They were founded in 1929 in Galicia, Spain. We did something from Galicia, Spain the other day because I remember we talked about Galicia, Spain, and the main language the original language of Galicia, Spain was Gaelic. They actually spoke Gaelic, which is like they speak in Ireland because of its proximity to Ireland. It's on the northwest corner of Spain, right on the ocean. So they actually spoke Gaelic in Galicia, Spain. So this was the Ubago Group was founded in 1929. This is a product of Spain, and these are surimi baby eels. Now that can be a little bit deceptive. So if you look at the package, you think, oh, those are baby eels. I mean, they look like baby eels, right? But they're surimi baby eels, which means they're not actually baby eels. It's actually surimi. So surimi is something that they use in like sushi. They use it in sushi, and they use it to mimic other seafood. It's typically made with different types of fish, mostly pollock, and they'll cook it with shells or other kinds of fish and other kinds of seafood and everything to kind of give it that taste. But typically, surimi is used to make fake seafood. It's fish, it's made from fish, but it's used to make fake seafood. So that brings us to our question: what is the most common use of surimi? What is the most common use of surimi? So basically, they say you should heat these up. We don't have to heat these up. We're just going to eat them kind of right out of the thing. But the thing about it being baby eels is in Spain, baby eels is a delicacy. When we went to Restaurante de Sobrino de Botín, which is the world's oldest restaurant, or the world's oldest continuously operating restaurant. It opened in 1725. When Claudia and I went to Madrid, we ate there. And on the menu, they had baby eels. They had a baby eel dish. That baby eel dish was, I don't know how many they give you, but it was almost like $100 for this baby eel dish. So I don't know how hard it is to make or to raise baby eels for this baby eel dish, but it's almost $100. I guarantee you this was not $100. But they're using surimi to mimic baby eels. I wonder if they use any kind of eel in the is this an ingredient surimi baby eels, but it's not eel. I don't see whether there's any eel in here. They use a lot of different seafoods in here, but eel is not one of them. Really odd. Why not use eel? Oh, that is weird. They look like little eels. They look like little snakes. I can't tip that too much because it's going to get all over the keyboard, which I'll probably end up doing anyways. That's weird. They went through a lot of trouble to make that look like that. It looks like what you would think baby eels would look like. Look at that. Let me get a napkin. Kind of mushy. It doesn't have as fishy a taste as I would have thought. It tastes like there's some sort of like pepper in there, like a chili in there. It's like there's some heat to that. Let's see. It has an interesting smell too. They actually use cephalopod ink. So they don't say which cephalopod. It could be squid, could be octopus, could be cuttlefish, but it's ink, the squid ink that they use in that. I don't know. It just tastes like there's some sort of like hot pepper in there, but it doesn't list them as it. It says add these surimi baby eels with a hint of spice to your favorite meal. A hint of spice. It's more than a hint. Or create traditional Spanish tapa. Heat gently in a frying pan or microwave, and then add them to your scrambled eggs. I might do that. I might actually do that afterwards. Add these to scrambled eggs. Yeah, these are really good. With my thumb. These are really good, and they're going to get a thumbs up. Really kind of odd, very, very unusual, but they're going to get a thumbs up from me. The question was, what is the most common use of surimi? Let's see. Europrop says fake crab. Janice Yamanaka says imitation crab meat. And yeah, you're absolutely correct. It is imitation crab meat is the most common usage for surimi. Because eel is expensive. It is, like I said, that baby eel dish in Madrid at the World's Oldest Restaurant was it was like almost $100. And to be fair, we got the roast suckling pig, and they do it really, really well there. And it was very reasonably priced. But the baby eels, very, very expensive. So yeah, thumbs up on that. All right, let's get to, how many we have? We got 2 left? We got 1 left. All right, cool. We got this. We might go a little bit over if that's okay with you guys. So we have 1 left. Here we go. So this is from, the product line is called Rock de Rooster. It might actually be the company, but it's actually a product of Emerald City Promotions. This is Rock de Rooster Sriracha White Bar. And the Rock de Rooster Sriracha products are created using the Hoi Fong Sriracha sauce. For some reason, Hoi Fong was like the hipster, the hipster sriracha. Everyone assumed there was one brand of sriracha, or Hoi Fong created it or invented it. They did not, but it became the most popular. It maybe because it was made in the LA area, but it was not available for the longest time. It wasn't available on the market, and it's because there was a dispute between the pepper growers and the company. And so after a while, they decided to go with a different distributor. So now when you go to buy the sriracha used to be like this bright red color. Now when you go to buy it, it's almost this brownish color because they're using different peppers, and they're not using the same person who made the peppers. In the meantime, in their absence, there was a bunch of other companies that came along and were selling sriracha, and they became popular. So Hoi Fong, when they came back on the market, didn't have that market share that they had before, and was less popular. So if you've ever had the Hoi Fong, or if you ever wondered if you've had the Hoi Fong sriracha, it's the one that has the rooster on it, and that's why they call the product line Rock de Rooster. So this is sriracha white bar with cocoa nibs. It is infused with sriracha and Himalayan pink salt. And again, the company, Emerald City Productions, was founded in 2004 in Mercer Island, Washington, which is near Seattle. And the company is called Emerald City Promotions. So here's the question. The question is, what U.S. city is known as Emerald City? What U.S. city is known as Emerald City? Dad joke of the day. What does Val say when you call him? Don't hang up. That's kind of a dad joke, and it's kind of a musical joke, and it's kind of, that's funny though. Don't hang up. You know how you can tell who tells dad jokes? It's a parent. It's a dad joke. Eel tastes amazing fried. Yeah. Is that inagi or unagi? I can't remember which one is. One is a freshwater. One is a freshwater eel, and one is a saltwater eel. And one you can eat sashimi style, and the other one you have to cook for some reason. I'm not sure what that is. We did an episode a while back where we kind of did sort of a hot pot. We didn't have that level of heat, but we did a hot pot with a yellow eel. We did that. We did have jellied eel when we were in the UK, but that was back when we were doing the blog. So I never did a YouTube episode on that. But in one of the times I visited London, we were in Greenwich, and in Greenwich there was a place that had jellied eel, and I got the jellied eel. So I do have a blog article on it. Don't have a video, but we do have a video of me making the yellow eel, of doing the yellow eel in hot pot. Freshwater eels are better. Well, they're different. I don't know if I would say better. These are kind of weird. It says white. It's kind of a beige color. Everyone knows Emerald City is in Oz. That's funny. This would be in the United States ice hand. Where's the sriracha? I'm getting the cocoa butter flavor. Where the hell is the sriracha? Excuse my language. Okay, there it is. It takes a long time to come in. No. Thumbs in the middle. It's a good candy bar. I like that cocoa butter taste. The kind of white chocolate taste. Really, really good. Not overly sweet. You know, not a good quality chocolate. But the sriracha is not even there. It's almost non-existent. So you're going to put the word sriracha in big letters on your product. It should probably taste like sriracha. Oh, thank you very much. Janice just posted the link for us when we made the yellow eel and hot pot. So thank you, Janice, for posting that. Notice sometimes the heat doesn't come in until you're about finished chewing. Yeah, I notice that with some products too. It's like if it's some kind of chip or something, it's supposed to be hot, and you're just like, I don't get it. And you get to the bottom of the bag, and then you're on your last chip, and you're like, oh wait, there's the heat. There, where was it the whole time? So I don't understand that, but I had to save some if we're going to do group mélange. So yeah, I'm gonna say thumbs in the middle on that one. All right, our question was, what U.S. city is known as Emerald City? Tom says El Segundo, from the beautiful vineyards of El Segundo. Tom says El Segundo is known as the Emerald City. That's funny. Janice said Seattle, Washington. Iceland said Oz. It is, in fact, Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington is known as Emerald City. And Mercer Island, where the company is located, is in the Seattle area. And so that's why they call them Emerald City Productions. So, all right, there we go. Lots of great holiday gifts, a lot of fun, a lot of tasty stuff here. So it is now time for Goop Mélange. We are at 2:58. We have 2 minutes left. We're going to go a little bit over. Is that okay with you guys? Can you hang around for a few minutes? We will try to be expedient about this. So let's start with our fake sriracha. I don't know how well it's going to break out. Not well. It's like Play-Doh. I got to kind of break it up with a spoon a little bit. It's like clay. All right. Close enough. Now, I was going to put the black fig. Oh, here it is. Some of this stuff's going to be challenging, but we're going to get it done. All right, that I was just going to scoop that in there. There we go. And what the heck? I'm going to put some of the water crackers in there because we were eating them. So, and it was a gift. So let's break that up in there. a nice neutral palate. That is why I always open the chip bags bottom up. You're exactly right. Let's sprinkle a couple of hormigas in there. Well, that's more than a couple. I love these things. All right. I don't think I want to put all the mustards in there. Let's put that last one I had that was really good. Let's put some of that in there. This is the first time I think that we've done like wet stuff. The pear butter, that's kind of wet stuff. This one's going to be interesting because we have a lot of wet and moist things. Our cappuccino and dark chocolate chickpeas. I don't know if I'm going to be able to break those up. Maybe. A scoop mélange. I think you're right. Or a soup mélange. It's a soup mélange. These don't break up at all. I have to put them in as they are. The torrone candy. We'll just use one. This is the soft nougat with pistachios. I don't think that's going to break over. This mix is one of the worst. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think the fake baby eels might make it challenging. But we get some sweet stuff here. We have some savory stuff here. See, we got this stuff is like, it doesn't even break apart. It's like Play-Doh. Not Plato. It's not a philosopher. Like Play-Doh. That is challenging. And I think last but not least, we have our baby eels. Our fake baby eels. That ought to be enough. Ooh, that is sweet. Let's see, did I forget anything? Just for grins. Might as well put some of the pretzel in there. Why not, right? I think that's everything. Is it everything? That is everything. All right. So let's mix this up. It doesn't mix really well either. I saw the ants in there and I thought they were like blueberries. There we go. What a mess. If you like how it tastes, it is a gut melange. Oh, there's a lot going on there. Did I not put the mustard in? Yeah, I did it because I can taste it. I just put one in. This is pretty good, actually. Strong flavor from the figs. Slight flavor from the baby eels. You would think that would have a stronger taste. The ants are crunchy, but they don't really get that savoriness. German word for good is gut. Like guten Abend. Ach, du lieber. This one's not bad. I would have thought the surimi baby eels would throw it a little bit because almost everything else is sweet. Except the mustard. But even then, not too bad. Unfortunately, you lose that smoky, meaty flavor from the ants. I get it now. Gut melange. Das ist German, ja? That's not bad. The weird thing is, I couldn't break up the chickpea thing. So you almost get that full flavor of that in there in pockets. It's pretty good. All right. So I've got a bunch of other holiday gifts. I got to eat my way through this over the next couple of weeks. I think I can do that. In general, this is all pretty good. So, ants, beer, mustard, what could go wrong? Exactly. We need hot dogs, though. So I thank you for joining us for another live stream. Again, we have a lot of interesting things coming up. I might make some changes because this is 2025. It's a new year. We might do some things a little bit differently and everything. Open to your suggestions and how we would do things. I've not heard from any of the Europeans or anything talking about the time. So we'll leave it at 1 p.m. Pacific time until I hear from you. And if I do hear from you and you do say, hey, Val, could you move it up? I would be happy to move it up. Then do us the favor of actually, participating in the live stream and everything for when we do move it up. So hopefully we will get more people to join. Now, again, as I always say, please check out the featured channels. So if you go to our main page and you scroll down to the bottom, it says featured channels there and there. I moved them around a little bit because there were some channels in there that really people haven't posted in there for almost 2 years. Serial File has not posted in the longest time. Food Taster TV has not posted in a very, very long time. I'm talking about years. So I kind of moved them toward the bottom. I'm still featuring them just because if anybody comes in and wants to check these channels out, they can, because there's content out there, but they're not adding new content. So people who are adding new content, especially some of the newer users, I move towards the front. So Gamer Nick from Reckless Eating, he has a new channel. He only has like maybe 30 subscribers right now, but I'm watching his channel and it's really good. He's doing reviews and everything, and it's actually pretty good. So I moved him up toward the front. Nashies, I moved them up towards the front and everything. So you can check these out. Obviously our tried and trues like Reckless Eating and Janice Yamanaka and Tom, they're going to be in there, and they're going to be towards the top anyways because they're constantly putting out good stuff. So definitely check out those channels. When you do check them out and you like them, and I know you will like them, or I wouldn't have suggested it, be sure to subscribe to their channel and like the videos and leave comments because it helps them out and it's fun. Also, if you enjoy our channel and you have not subscribed, please do so because that helps us out. And it's a new year, and we're going to do all kinds of new fun and exciting things. So it is a new year. It's time for us to all kind of look at ourselves and say, are we being the best us that we can be? And are we leaving the best legacy that we can for us when we're gone, and for people to remember us? So let's be introspective at the beginning of the year and see how we can change things. The things that make us great, let's keep the same, and the things that do not make us great, and the things that we need to work on, let's work on and make them great. And let's have a good year. So I thank you all for joining us over the past, I think it's 10 years now. I don't know. I have to go back and take a look. It might be the 10 years for the channel, but not necessarily for the live streams. But it's been about 10 years, and it's been a very, very fun ride. And I'm looking forward to our adventures moving forward and our adventures with you. You're one of the greatest. I couldn't ask for a better community. You guys are amazing. It's interactive. People are kind. We've never had to ban anybody. It's just a really great group, and I appreciate you guys taking time out of your weekend to spend it with us, and I hope you will do so moving forward. So let's have a great year, but remember that it's crazy out there, so please be careful. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. See you soon.